Continue with other news now making headlines. Another top story we're following. Second group of SANDF troops expected to arrive at the Waterkloof Airforce base from the DRC today. Soldiers were part of the SADC peacekeeping mission in the eastern DRC. As we know that this return marks a scheduled rotation as South Africa continues its contribution to regional peace and security. But on that note, for more, Kylie Hlekumbalo, our SABC News reporter, is going to be bringing us that update. Kaya, good afternoon. In terms of the activities and the program that's planned for today, I know it's going to be happening a little later on, but perhaps you could just talk to us about what's expected for the day as it unfolds.
Well, absolutely, Liesl. Quite a very significant moment. As you know, that this has been a very delicate process for the SADC region in terms of making sure that they really reach this point. We've seen the leaders really just making sure that this withdrawal is done in a phased approach. But also, most importantly, we know that South Africa is quite committed in terms of making sure that there is stability in the continent, especially the eastern parts of DRC. But in fact, to look at the logistics and many other issues as well, we're joined by Admiral Shabalala here. Thank you so much indeed, Admiral. We saw, the first phase when the first batch got here in this particular facility, and today it's a second period, as it were. Take us through to the logistics. And really, we know that this has been quite a very tough process to reach this moment.
Yes, Kaya, you know that Minister of Defense, Angie Motshekga, explained that during our media briefing that the Tanzanian airline had decided to surprise us by informing us in a very late stage that they have challenges with the stairways, which they're using to drop off the passengers. So we had no alternative to look at alternative venues where we can land. So Waterkloof was identified as an alternative option after they told us that even the plane that they've chosen in a short space of time was a much bigger one. So hence we find ourselves in this situation where we are having to use Waterkloof as an interim landing space for our trips to arrive.
Let's look at the estimated time of arrival. You're looking at around 3 or 5 p.m. Admiral, but also just once again in terms of the prime mission equipment. We know that this was a very clear issue that you want to even leave a pin, to quote General Maponya.
Yes, indeed, we are proceeding very well. As we indicated before, that our cargo shipment is going very well. Some have already been in Chato in Tanzania in the green zone. So the intention now is to move them to the port of Dar es Salaam, where they are going to move with the ship all this heavy equipment. Some will be obviously moving with a cargo aircraft back at home. As for the personnel, as we indicated, the Air Tanzanian airline has a Dreamliner, which is now a flight operation.
And just before I let you go, Admiral, the demobilization process, a very key element for the psychosocial support for the soldiers, for their reintegration. How's the process unfolding?
The process is going very well. Soldiers started yesterday with the process, and we anticipate that within the next 2 days, the first group of troops would be finished, and therefore they will then be going on leave, and so that they'll prepare to integrate with their family. The intent today was not to keep them for too long, but obviously the program itself is very intense. It goes as thorough. Those soldiers that need extra attention will then be assisted near to their unit.
All right. Admiral, we're going to release you. We see the colleagues, they really need you. So, Lisa, really just to get a snapshot there from the Admiral, from the SANDF, really talking about the logistics, but also talking about the process in terms of making sure that including the prime mission equipment is brought back safely in South Africa. So there's also been assurance from South Africa that they will continue to support the peace initiative in the DRC. Liesl, as you know, that we saw a team of facilitators appointed by the SADC leaders, including former President Kgalema Motlanthe, to oversee that particular mission to make sure that there is long-lasting peace in the eastern part of DRC.
Well, of course, that second SANDF group set to arrive today in South Africa. Kylie Klekomalo, live from Waterkloof Air Force Base. Thank you for that update. Certainly monitoring those developments as the clock ticks on.